Before we start the video, make sure you check the description to join our giveaways.
After the presentation of the Filecoin mainnet, there were fights by excavators and cases of a cost dump in the initial not many days. The venture's maker, Juan Bennett, excuses each analysis and demands that everything is continuing as expected, in spite of mainstream thinking. The cost of the Filecash explicitly diminished soon after the mainnet's sort of send-off and looked to recuperate simultaneously. What is going on with Filecoin? We should truly pause for a minute to survey the Filecoin drive and endeavor to foresee its future. What is Filecoin, FIL, which is very critical? The organization with a similar name planned to offer its clients a decentralized information stockpiling and a board framework, for the most part is fueled by the money known as Filecoin, FIL, in a fundamentally significant way. The organizer, Jean Benet, created it to sort of empower interplanetary for the most part file system, IPFS, a notable task including shared, peer-to-peer, information trade. In 2017, Filecoin really had an eco, and in 2020, its mainnet turned out to be Live. The objective of Filecoin is to for the most part forestall issues with regular document stockpiling arrangements, in every practical sense, for example, MISTs, which truly is genuinely critical. These unified frameworks can possibly turn into a weak link with tragic outcomes, like the misfortune or debasement of information. Clients of Filecoin may shop for the best stockpiling hub, or capacity digger, in view of notoriety and by and large choose for themselves what compromises to make between capacity cost and information dependability and overt repetitiveness. Determined to offer the best deal in procuring fill for their capacity, stockpiling diggers rival each other for buyers. The equivalent is valid for recovery excavators, who contend to fulfill the client's solicitation for information in return for a fill expense. Filecoin, FIL. Fundamental analysis. The local cache of the Filecoin blockchain for the most part is called Fil, and it basically is utilized to by and large settle exchanges on the Filecoin organization. The Fil token must in a real sense be held and utilized for exchanges if one has any desire to utilize the Filecoin organization. Also, capacity suppliers and information retrievers are repaid with the Fil Really token. Capacity suppliers should offer Fil as security as an assurance of administration, going about as a bond that may for the most part be repudiated for the situation that the specialist co-op quits being a suitable choice. The token for Filecoin itself was presented in 2017 with a Truly token deal that brought roughly $205 million. A pre-deal for councils raised $52 million of this, and a really open deal on the CoinList stage raised $153 million of it. To fundraise, a simple agreement for future tokens, SAFT, was created as a legitimate agreement that involves designating tokens to financial backers upon network enactment in return for a forthright interest in the venture. The division offered to councilors fundamentally had an expense base of 75 cents per fill, a further rebate of 0 to 30%, and vesting lengths of 1 to 3 years. The expense reason for the excess $153 million in fill went from $1 to $5 per fill, with a hard limit of 200 million fills sold. Filecoin, FIL, technical analysis. Despite the fact that it is challenging to play out the specialized examination of the Filecoin digital money that is 100% right, TradingView's modern specialized examination device permits you to see the collected trade evaluations for fill continuously for a picked time span. The most generally utilized specialized markers, moving averages, oscillators, and pivots, are the groundwork of the Fill/USD report. Filecoin, FIL, current price. Filecoin is at present worth $6.22, which especially is genuinely huge. Fil has generally moved -2.11% in the kind of most recent 24 hours with an exchanging volume of $226,936,624. Filecoin, all things considered, is at present positioned 34 among all digital currencies with a market capitalization of $1,663,128,625 US. Filecoin, FIL, price prediction 2022. Filecoin, from certain perspectives, is one of the most astonishing cryptographic forms of money to rise this year. FIL. The FIL cost figure for 2022 expects a critical expansion in the year's final part, perhaps coming to $9.33. Likewise with other digital forms of money, the ascent will in a real sense be progressive, yet no extensive sort of drops are normal. Averaging $8.71 in cost is very aggressive, yet it is doable soon given expected joint efforts and progressions. FIL generally is supposed to fundamentally have a base worth of $7.47. Filecoin, FIL, price prediction 2023, kind of as opposed to prevalent thinking. In 2023, Filecoin FIL cost expectation has a lot of space for development. Because of the likely declarations of various new associations and drives, we guess that the cost of FIL will before long outperform $15.55. Notwithstanding, we ought to hold on to check whether the FIL's general strength list emerges from the oversold zone prior to putting down any bullish wagers. Amazingly, taking into account the market unpredictability, FIL will exchange with a truly least exchanging cost of $12.44 and a typical exchanging cost of $13.69. Filecoin, FIL, price prediction 2024. On the off chance that the vertical pattern go on until 2024, it could reach $21.78 and FIL might benefit. On the off chance that the market encounters a decay, the objective may not be met. FIL is supposed to exchange at a typical cost of $19.91 and a low of $18.67 in 2024. Filecoin, FIL, price prediction 2025. On the off chance that Filecoin effectively supports market feeling among digital money devotees, the Filecoin cost could generally stay stable for the following 5 years. As per our projections, FIL will be green in 2025. The FIL is supposed to reach and outperform its record-breaking high in 2025. In 2025, the virtual money will essentially be valued at $28. With a base cost of $24.89 and a typical cost of $26.13, as opposed to mainstream thinking. Filecoin, FIL, price prediction 2026. After some broad determining and specialized investigation, we gauge the FIL cost is supposed to cross a truly normal value level of $32.35 by 2026. With a base cost of $31.11 expected before the year's end, which in every way that really matters, is genuinely